Welcome back to the Bailey Financial Group. This is Jerome here with another video and another trading day down and done. So had a bit of a little slip today, as you can see right here with this chart. So I was right here, and then as you can see on this specific trading day, I ended up going way down here into negative $2,844. Now, that's not the end of the world. I've been in a deeper hole than this, but what this stemmed to was me feeling a little bit of a combination of anxiety and then me being undisciplined. And we'll go into that just very briefly. So I like trading London and US sessions, London and New York if I don't have to work the next day. But on this day, I have to get to work the next morning. So what I always like to do is take a nap before the London session. The London session starts around about 11 p.m. West Coast time, US. So I ended up going to bed a little bit later than what I wanted to. And then instead of getting up at between 9 to 10 p.m., I ended up waking up at around 1:15 a.m. So I missed the first couple hours of the London session. And not only did I miss the first couple hours, a little bit more than that, I also missed a really good trading opportunity that I know I would have gotten a really sweet setup. I know I would have capitalized on. And I already woke up frustrated because I woke up and I looked at my clock. I'm like, dang it, it's 1:15 in the morning. And I was kind of angry at myself. So let's look at the chart and I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. It was going to be a nice gold trade. So let's take a look at that here. So I like to get up around 9 p.m., a couple of hours before the London session. So this is when I like to start the London session, or when the market starts the London session at this golden bar right here, the golden vertical bar. Okay. So I like to wake up a couple hours before that. But anyways, I woke up after this move. I know that I would have gotten this setup right here. Now, here's how I like to set my trades up if I'm going to trade the London session. Okay, what I like to do, I like to set the high and the low of the Asia session, because if I have that data, it'll allow me to look for a good setup, whether it's a type 1, type 2, or type 3 M pattern, or M setup, or a type 1, type 2, or type 3 W setup. And what we have right here is a very good example of a type 1 W setup that I know that I would have executed on if I had just been disciplined and been awake. So I didn't kick myself too hard. I was a little disappointed because I woke up way past the time I was supposed to wake up. But as you can see, like, this is the high of the Asia session. Right here is the low of the Asia session. And right at the equity open of the London session, boom, there it is. This right here is a type 1 W setup. And I would have gotten the 1 minute chart and had a sniper entry. And this could have been a very easy either a $2,000 or $5,000 trade right here. Okay, very easy. And I know I would have spotted that. Now, I got a little anxious. Okay, since I got up late, I wanted to wait for another setup to evolve. So starting right here is the U.S. session around 5 o'clock in the morning, West Coast time, U.S. So I was looking at this, and I had to be at work at 7 o'clock in the morning. So here it is, 5 o'clock, and the equity hour of the U.S. session opens up at 6:30 in the morning, 30 minutes before I got to go to work. Now, thankfully, I work a couple of blocks away, so it's not that bad. But now, when I trade the U.S. session, I like to take the high and the low of the London session and look for M and W setups. Okay, So I was getting anxious, right? I know I had to be at work, and I saw some setups up here, but I kept getting in wrong at wrong spots because I was so worried about being late for work, and I ended up being about 5 minutes late to work. But I was anxious. I didn't feel good. I wasn't in the right headspace. Now, if I was in the right headspace and I didn't have work the next day, or if I didn't have work, then I would have navigated this trade in a much better way. But I had my mind on other things, and I ended up losing because if you look at the candles, you look at the price, it kind of whipsawed a little bit. It kind of was going into consolidation, and I ended up losing around 3 grand. So it goes to show you that trading is just so much more than the money and the pips or whatever you want to call it, the points. It's about your headspace. It's about how you feel on the inside. It's about your mental toughness. It's so much more than money. It really is a skill and a mindset that you gotta have in order to be consistent in trading in these markets. Because even greed, if you get greedy, you get too elated. You're emotionally high, and then you could even lose that way. So I'm not going to beat myself up about this. This is just another. I would just chalk this as another learning day for trading. It's just to be disciplined. I gotta go to bed earlier. If I had went to bed a little bit earlier, I would have woken up at 9 to 10 p.m. and I would have caught this. Okay, and if I would have caught this, then I wouldn't have been so worried about squeezing in a trade right before my work shifts. So, but that really about wraps it up. So this was a trading day full of lessons about discipline and having the right headspace, because you got to have that when you trade. And I'm learning that firsthand. So that's the result of me being right here during that trading day. But I'm hopeful. I'm still in the game, and I'm looking forward to the next trading day. Okay, but that wraps up this video. My name is Jerome, the Bailey Financial Group. Thank you so much for being a subscriber. If you have any questions at all, feel free to leave comments below. Thank you so much for liking my videos, and thank you for being a subscriber. Until next time, be blessed, take the money, and run.